Need to hit the next antenna in sequence, quickly. Don't let up, man. We've used up half our time to find that antenna.
This is the garage. Sound off if you spot Polito's car.
Roger that.
Fuck, out of time. We gotta step it up. Deploying drone.
Thank you.
Mine's in a small group of tangos.
I got it. I'll fly.
That was a civilian, not a Sicario. Watch your fire. We don't want to hit any civilians. So there's this Army Ranger on leave out in my neck of the woods, and he decided he wanted to get himself a pair of alligator boots. But you know, we're talking a ranger here. He wasn't going to go to no shoe store. No, he gets himself a knife and heads out to the bayou to get him a gator and make some boots for himself. So he gets off the highway and heads back into the country and finds a little old bait shop near the edge of the swamp. He asks the man where he can find himself a gator, and the man gives him directions into the bayou.
This doesn't end with banjo music, does it?
Just let me tell the story, okay? Anyway, the guy at the bait shop says, "Look here, while you're out there, keep an eye out for these two Marines I sent in a couple days ago. They were after gator boots too, and they should have been back by now." Ranger says he'll keep an eye out for him, and heads into the bayou. He follows the man's directions and heads way out into the swamp. When he gets to where he's going, sure enough, he sees these two Marines standing up to their waists in the water. Over on the shore nearby, there's like 20 dead gators in the mud. Now, as the Ranger watches a gator swim up to the Marines, this jarhead jumps on the gator and kills it with his knife, drags it up on the shore, flips it over, and looks at the gator's feet. He said, "Damn it! This one ain't got on no boots either." Keep the guns down, fellas. We don't want to scare them all off. There's an Air Force colonel and a Delta operator sitting next to each other on a flight out of King Khalid.
Is this the one where the Delta operator skins the Air Force colonel and wears him like a suit?
What? No, different story.
Oh, man, I love that one.
Anyway, they're both headed back home after a long deployment. The Delta guy's been out in the desert doing, Delta stuff, and he just wants to rack out for a while. But the Air Force colonel, he's on, his 8th espresso, and he's feeling chatty. So the colonel says, "Hey, you want to play a game to pass the time? It's a great game, you'll love it. Here's how it works. I ask you a question. If you can't answer it, you pay me $5. Then you get to ask me a question. If I can't answer it, I pay you $500. The Delta guy sighs and thinks it over. Go ahead. The colonel grins, What's the distance between Earth and Neptune, he says. The Delta operator thinks a minute. Finally, he frowns, reaches into his pocket, and hands over $5. The Air Force guy, he grins. He figures he's gonna take this Delta guy for all he's worth. Your turn. The operator looks him in the eye. He says, what goes up a hill on four legs but comes down again? The colonel thinks and thinks. He gets out his smartphone and scours the internet for answers, but he can't find it. The operator pockets the money without a word and closes his eyes again. But the colonel just can't let it go. The Delta guy stares at the colonel for a second. Then he reaches in his pocket, hands the colonel $5, and goes back to sleep.
Drone is airborne.
I got another tango. Third target, there.
I'm looking at a small group of tangos. Target down. Fucking hell! That's a kill. Good shooting. Let's clean up and move on.
gonna hurt in the morning.
Find them a small group of tangos. Looking at a small group of tangos. Good work. The rebels will be damn glad
To get their hands on this cargo. Let's head out. Tell them where to find the plane later.
Eso de allá no son charros, ¿verdad, hermano? Ojalá que no. Si yo fuera tan ñojo ya me habría suicidado. Nomás son buenos con sus armas, pero sin ellas son unas pirujas.
Let's go.
An Army Ranger, a Recon Marine, a SEAL, and a Delta operator are sitting around a campfire.
Here we go.
The Ranger, being a Ranger, starts bragging about how tough he is. You think you guys are tough, he says. I've parachuted behind enemy lines, done a 50-mile night march, and killed a dozen terrorists with my bare hands. The Recon Marine is like, man, that ain't shit. I've landed on a beach in the dark, marched 60 miles without stopping, and killed 50 terrorists with my bare hands.
Marines can talk? I call bullshit.
Anyway, the SEAL is like, bitch, please. I've swam 70